Good morning. Chapter 10, Lesson 2 is on page 437 and 438. Today we're going to be multiplying rational expressions, and we're going to be doing it just like we would do with normal fractions, and we can cancel in the numerator and the denominator as we see fit. Let's start this off. As long as we have like terms in the numerator and denominator, we can cancel them out. Let's start off with number 11, 4y divided by 5 times the quantity of y minus 3 divided by 2y. I'm going to rewrite this just a little teeny bit, and I'm going to put it all underneath one denominator. Just like we do with normal fractions, I'm going to make it all underneath 5 times the quantity of 2y. And we're going to look at this for just a little bit, and we're going to say, gee, I wonder what terms we can cancel out in the numerator and denominator. And we end up canceling out the y's. We end up canceling one of the 2's. And so when we rewrite this, the numerator looks like 2 times the quantity of y minus 3. And the denominator looks like 5. And lo and behold, there's our simplified answer. Let's jump from something as simple as number 11 to something as complicated as our last problem, number 47. Whoa, minus 4x squared minus 9xy minus 2y squared in the numerator divided by x plus 2y. A negative 1 times the quantity of 4x squared minus 3xy minus y squared. And we're going to have to simplify all this. I think we're going to have to factor both of these terms. So let's take the first term and use our box, and I'm on page 2 now, so I factored out a negative 1, which gives me 4x squared plus 9xy plus 2y squared. So this gives me a is equal to 4, b is equal to 9, and c is equal to 2. So we've got an AC of 8, and we've got a b of 9, and our terms are going to be positive 8 and positive 1. So we have an 8xy, and we have a 1xy that we're going to have to place. Obviously 4x squared, 2y squared. Let's place the 8xy, and let's place the 1xy. So once we do that, we're going to go and see what's common with the top two boxes, and I think we get a 4x. We get an x in the top, a plus 2y, and in the lower left we end up with a y, and our final check is y times 2y, and that gives us 2y squared. So the factors for this are x plus 2y times the quantity of 4x plus y. So we can go back to our problem and stick those terms in for that first thing. Let's continue on though, and let's factor the second part out, which was 4x squared minus 3xy minus y squared. Again, a is 4, b is negative 3, and c is equal to negative 1. So we end up with an AC of negative 4. We end up with a B of minus 3. We're going to come up with two factors, one being minus 4, one being plus 1. So we have a minus 4xy, and we have a plus 1xy that we're going to have to put into our box. We have a 4x squared in the top, a minus y squared underneath. Let's place the minus 4xy up top, and the plus 1xy on the lower left. Just like we've done before, let's compare 4x squared and minus 4xy. We can factor out a 4x, leaving me with an x on the top, a minus y, and a plus y in the lower left. And our final check, plus y times a minus y is minus y squared. So the factors for this one are 4x plus y and x minus y. So let's take these two polynomials, the two trinomials, and put them back in the very beginning of our problem as factors. So this minus 4x squared minus 9xy minus 2y squared is a minus 1 times the quantity of x plus 2y times the quantity of 4x plus y, and this we got from the page that follows. All that is going to be divided by x plus 2y. And our second term is still that minus 1 on the top, but we have the factors for the denominator now of x minus y and 4x plus y. So we factored, let me get my red, that term, and we factored that polynomial into those two things. So now let's use green. Let's see if we can cancel out some terms. Well, this turns out to be x plus 2y can be canceled out with the x plus 2y. Lo and behold, we have 4x plus y can go out with 4x plus y. And we end up with a numerator of minus 1 times minus 1, which is a positive 1. And we end up with a denominator of x minus y. So we had to simplify the two trinomials using the box method. We go back to our problem, put in the factors, and then see what we could cancel out from the numerator and the denominator. Not so bad, just takes a few steps. Hopefully our fluency in factoring is getting faster and faster. So the answer to number 47 turned out to be the quantity of 1 divided by x minus y. See you all tomorrow.